Hey there, welcome back to FedBiz Five, your quick dive into government contracting. I'm Sam Fields. Today we're tackling a question I hear constantly from small businesses, and it usually sounds frustrated, confused, and a little offended. My SAM.gov status is active. Why am I not receiving any calls or emails from government buyers? If that's you, let me say this up front. Active is important, but active is not the same as findable. Active means you exist in the system. Findable means you show up in market research and look credible enough to contact. Two companies can both be active in SAM. One gets inquiries, the other hears nothing. The difference is almost never luck. It's usually profile positioning and consistency. So in this episode, I'm going to break down what's really happening and give you a simple self-audit you can run quickly. First, let's reset expectations. SAM.gov is the eligibility and entity truth layer. It's the system that confirms you are registered, you have a UEI, your banking is in place, and you are not blocked from being awarded. But contracting officers do not read SAM like a brochure. They scan it, fast. They are looking for a few simple signals. Can this company do the work? Are they eligible? Do they match the scope? Do they look low risk to contact? Can I justify reaching out? If your SAM presence does not answer those questions quickly, you get skipped. Now here's the second part many contractors miss. SBA's Small Business Search, what used to be DSBS, is also part of the research workflow. It's a key tool for finding small businesses for set-asides and market research. Buyers use it to filter and confirm you fit. So if you are active in SAM, but your small business search profile is thin, outdated, or inconsistent with your SAM narrative, you can still be invisible. Now let's talk about the most common reasons an active company gets no inquiries. Problem 1. Your profile is technically complete, but practically unhelpful. A lot of profiles read like they were filled out for compliance, not for discovery. They contain generic descriptions that could describe 10,000 companies. They list capabilities without any context. They do not make it easy to connect what you do to what the buyer needs. If a buyer can't understand what you actually deliver in 10 seconds, they move on. Problem 2. Your NAICS and capability language are misaligned. Buyers search the way they think. If you say solutions and they search facilities maintenance, you do not match. If your NAICS selection does not reflect what you actively sell today, you show up in the wrong lanes, or you never show up at all. And if your keywords are missing the terms that appear in real solicitations, you are effectively hiding your own business. Problem 3. Your points of contact and basics are stale. It sounds basic, but it matters. If emails bounce, phone numbers are old, titles are unclear, or the right person is not listed, a contracting officer is not going to hunt you down. They will contact the next vendor who looks easy to reach. Problem 4. Your SAM and small business search tell different stories. This is a quiet credibility killer. If SAM says you do one thing and small business search says you do another, or your capabilities are described differently, the buyer gets a subtle signal that your company is not operationally tight. In government contracting, that translates to risk. Problem 5. You are waiting for inbound interest in a market that rewards proactive visibility. Even if your profiles are solid, most companies do not win by sitting still. Buyers often start with their existing vendor memory, people they already know, people they have seen respond to sources sought, people who show up consistently. So if you are active in SAM, but you are not doing anything to be seen, inquiries will be rare. Now let's make this practical. Here is a self-audit you can run quickly. First, do a clarity check. Can you explain what you do in one sentence in plain English, tied to a buyer outcome? Not, we provide innovative solutions. Something like, we provide multi-site facilities maintenance for federal buildings. Or, we support help desk and cybersecurity operations for civilian agencies. If you cannot say it clearly, your profile probably cannot either. Second, do a buyer scan test. Open your SAM and small business search profiles and scan them like a contracting officer would. You are not reading, you are scanning. Do you immediately see core capabilities in real procurement language? Do you see differentiators? Do you see relevant experience signals? Do you see NAICS alignment? Do you see an easy way to contact you? If any of those are missing, you are relying on hope. Fourth, check your proof. Buyers want confidence. If your profile reads like a list of claims without any evidence, it is weaker than it needs to be. Even small proof points help. A short past performance summary, a mention of environments you have worked in, a scale indicator, a compliance credential that matters in your niche. Fifth, check responsiveness readiness. If a buyer did contact you tomorrow, could you respond quickly with something professional? A capability statement, a one-page overview, a short email template, a link to past performance examples. If not, you will miss the moment even if you finally get the inquiry. Now, here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop treating SAM as set it and forget it. Active is the entry ticket. Optimization is what gets you found. And consistent visibility is what gets you contacted. If you want your pipeline to move, your profiles need to do two jobs at once. They need to satisfy compliance, and they need to support discovery. Quick close. If you've been active in SAM.gov for a long time and you are still not getting buyer inquiries, it's usually fixable. It comes down to positioning, alignment, and visibility. The contractors who win consistently in 2026 are the ones who make it easy for buyers to find them, understand them, and trust them quickly. If you want help tightening your SAM and small business search profiles, aligning them to how buyers search, and making sure your messaging matches your capability statement and website, FedBiz Access can help. And if you want to find better fit opportunities faster, FedBiz 365 can help you focus your time on the opportunities that actually match your business. Thanks for listening to FedBiz 5. 5 minutes, countless opportunities. Until next time, stay proactive, stay visible, and keep winning in government contracting.